Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. The 21st and 22nd dharanas are almost similar. Prusthashunyam, Moolashunyam, Hrusshunyam, Bhavay Sthiram, Yugapan Nirvikalpatva, Nirvikalpodaya Sada. Shunya means, if you take a simple translation, means zero, absence. But you can never experience the absence as absence, because it has to be authenticated. Who is in that room? There is nobody. How do you know? I have seen myself. So absence also has to be authenticated as existence. This is one finger. This is second finger. In between, there is no finger. So, when we are thus practicing this absence all the time, then ultimately we come to a point where you cannot negate that. And this is what we have been trying. See? Therefore, Prusthashunyam, Moolashunyam, Hrusshunyam, Bhavaya Sthiram. And thus, one by one, gave up everything. In the front there is nothing back, aage kuch nahi. This particular thing, I told you in another way, samsara begins when the concept of in and out is taken as real. Our present experience is I am inside the body and you are outside the body. Therefore, I have desires about you, means anything other than me. I cannot have desire for myself because I am already me. Therefore, samsara begins where there is a sense of in and out. This in and out creates desires. Where there are desires, there is I. Where there is I, there is samsara. They are all connected together. So the original cause is this mistaken understanding in and out. For example, now this handkerchief is in my pocket. The book is outside. The book is inside the room. Shoes are outside the room. Shoes are inside the facility. Our house is outside the facility. House is in Melbourne. Sydney is outside Melbourne. See? So in and out requires a reference point. And what is the reference point with which we are living every moment of our life? The reference point is body identification. Thereafter, so many things are imposed on us right from childhood. See? And that imposed things, we start imagining that it is true. See, I'll tell you one or two stories about this. There was one child, a Gujarati child, in South India, in Ernakulam. So when he was sitting with me for breakfast, I looked at him and asked, "Hey Gujju, what is your name?" "I am not a Gujju." "Who are you?" "I am a Lohana Kachi." Kachi also means underwear. So I asked him, "Do you know how to tie Kachi?" "No, I don't know." "Then Mummy does it for me." "But I am a Kachi." Look here. He who doesn't know even how to tie the Kachi, he is a Kachi. And then what is Lohana? I don't know. But who are you? Lohana Gachi. Is it not? Just something is told and we start taking. And that becomes our second nature. See? It is so important. You talk to a Tamilian, कैसे हो? I don't know Hindi. लेकिन तुम कैसे हो? I am okay, but I don't know Hindi. Some kind of things are pushed. Like in India, before the advent of Mahatma Gandhi, the devotees of the Lord were referred as Harijana. Harijana means the devotees of Hari, the Lord. After politicalized situation, now Harijan means scheduled caste. See, what a tragedy. This is how we are imposed so many things on our things. So, Prushta Shunyam, Mula Shunyam, Hrusham, Bhavaya Stiram. So, if we are doing only Bhavana, now do this Bhavana. Everything is absent, nothing is there. Just like that. Make nothing as the object of experience. And when you practice it again and again and again and again, one day it will just click. So many simple things you can discover yourself. We are told, stop thinking. We cannot. Then we tell you some other technique. Talk to yourself, but don't use words. Without the usage of words, you cannot think. In one of the International Yoga Conference, this thing I said. After it was over, one very professor of some big yoga college, he came and met me. He said, Swamiji, which are the books you are referring? Why? This thing what you told, that try to think without usage of words. I have been teaching yoga for last 38 years. Nowhere I read it. See, book knowledge doesn't make you. Try to recognize, analyze your own experiences. The moment you take this position, talking is words, words are many, and therefore samsara. Don't talk means no thoughts. Thoughts are many, no thoughts are one. And this has to be done yugapat, simultaneously. And in this manner, the same simultaneous thing also comes when your all desires are fulfilled simultaneously. Means what? There is no sequence formed. Our desires are sequential. I wish I finish my education over. Then I wish I get a job, you get a job. I wish I get married, you get married. I wish I get a baby, you get a baby. I wish my baby studies very well, studies well. I wish he gets married, he gets married. I wish he gets children, he gets children. अरे कोई बंद तो करो, stop somewhere. See? One boy came and asked him, Swamiji, I don't want to get married, but my mummy is so much after me, what should I do? I said, you tell her, mummy, you get married once more, I'll come for your marriage. No, but is it not our duty to respect our parents? I say, look here, you are cheating yourself. If you want to get married, get married. If you don't want to get married, don't marry. Nobody gets married for mother. Only for her sake I got married. Then you must be a furniture. Have your freedom. Then, tanu deshe shunyataiva kshanmatram vibhavayen nirvikalpam nirvikalpo nirvikalpa sarupava tanu deshe shunyata eva kshanmatram vibhavayen. From the shunyata, I remember one, he is no more now. There was one young boy. He came from some western country to Ramana Maharshi. And he was sitting there. Ramana Maharshi will never talk anything. He was quiet. There nothing to talk. Many people have that notion that Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi observed Mauna for 18 years. No, he did not observe Mauna. He has nothing to talk. Therefore, Mauna. So, when he came, he sat in the ashram for 3 days. And no talking. He was also not talking, or Maharshi was not talking. On the last day when he was going, then Bhagwan Ramanuja told, yes, Shunyata. And thereafter he left and went to Himalayas in Pithoragarh area. And there he lived for not a day or two, but for 60 years. 60. And the people used to give and feed him. So he was known as Shunyata. And then Americans came to know about it, they went. Wherever American put hand, it's destroyed. So they took him to USA. Sir, you come, we need you, you are our person, why you should stay here? So he went there, and in California. And then he stayed there for a few days. One day he was going for a walk, a car came, dashed him, and he died. What happened? Shunyata. See, therefore, Maya Mantra, Mahamantra, try. Whenever you are disturbed, sit down. I am not telling you Ram, Ram, no. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. 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 I want God realization. क्या करोगे बाद में? Remove these notions from the mind. One lady says, Swamiji, when will I have God's vision? Bhagwan ka darshan kab hoga? I said, imagine, I am Bhagwan, take my darshan. Then what will you do after that? Or is it Bhagwan going to stand before you all the time? Dekhte raho. Tukur, 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 tukur. How long? How long will you look at God? Even to your beloved girlfriend you don't look so long. God whom you do not know. ऐसे ही होता है क्या? Therefore, the shunyata, tanudeshi shunyateva kshanamatram vibhavayat. All that can be negated is negated. So, objects are negated, organs are negated, mind is negated, intellect is negated. Ultimately, even the I is negated. Yena tyajasi tat tyaja. That by which you have rejected everything, that also you reject. And then you come to a point, aheyam, that you cannot reject. And therefore you cannot know. In Kenopanishad, it is said, avidnyatam vijanatam vidnyatam avijanatam. Those who say, I know, they know not. Those who say, I don't know, they know. How simple it is. Therefore, nirvikalpam nirvikalpo. The idea is, mind should be suspended from creating thoughts. For this, there are a few basic principles we have to learn. Number one principle. Thoughts are always about something else other than ourselves. Thoughts are always when we have a sense of incompleteness. Like in deep sleep, we have no sense of incompleteness, and in deep sleep, there is no sense of otherness. As a result, there is no possibility of any thought. See, it is for this purpose I like the people who sleep in satsang. Others are still struggling. And they have already discarded, kya karna hai, what to do? Give up, okay. But some Mahatmas become angry. In a school, the teacher scolded the child. Hey, next to you, that fellow is sleeping. Wake him up. He is sleeping in my lecture. So the student, why should I? You put him to sleep. Your talk is so anesthetic. Anybody will go to sleep. So, nirvikalpam nirvikalpam. The mind is totally quietened only by understanding. And this technique is taken into account by the telemarketing people. In telemarketing, what they do? They show you some gadget. After you see that, then they will see how best it is. And then you come to think, oh, I don't have that. Then it is so good. It's so cheap. Whether you need or not, no, but it is cheap. Arre, the poison is also cheap. Buy it and keep it ready. Sometime we may need. See, friends, many a times we buy the things not because they are needed, but because they are cheap. See, friends, it is such a fun to watch this world. See? Therefore, first, when you do not know, you do not desire. But in the telemarketing, they show you something. The other day, I was cutting something in Bombay, some sabji and etc. So, Swamiji, why don't you get something? I said, yes, I know something. You get it for me. Yes, what is that? Then I said, see, this is one gadget, kitchen gadget, just simple container. It has got the blades inside, no electricity required. Simply pull it and it cuts it exactly small pieces. Really, immediately, phone ordered. See? By the time it came, I left Bombay. It is waiting there. When Swami will come and use me. When you do not know, you do not desire. When you do not desire, you don't act. So what is the sequence? First, you know janati, then you desire ichchati, then you act karoti. These are the three stages through which we get involved in this world. So here the teacher says, nirvikalpa nirvikalpaha. Vikalpa is, thought is about something other. If you do not know, no problem. Therefore, don't unnecessarily go to Amma Jan and get too many things in your life. Sarvam dehagatam dravyam vyad vyaptam mrugekshane vibhavaye tatastasya bhavanasta stira bhavet. I'll tell you, this is a very good technique. From the toe up to the lions is the element earth. From the lions up to the umbilicus is element water. From umbilicus up to the heart is element fire. From the heart up to the throat is the element air. From the throat up to the Bhumadhya is the element space. Now, dissolve the element earth into the water. Now, how much you are? I am only up to lions. Then dissolve this water along with the earth element into the fire. So, how long you are? I am only up to umbilicus. Then only up to the heart. Then only up to the throat. And ultimately, the air element is dissolved in the space. So, I am only up to above. Below that, there is nothing. Step by step. And you definitely, distinctly come to discover that lower portion of your body is slowly disappearing. So, Prithvi into Jala, Jala into Agni, Agni into Vayu, Vayu into Akash. This is the lower portion of your body from the Bhrumadhya, from the eyes below, there is nothing. Now, this is a gross way of practicing. Now, if you go more subtle in your understanding, now take the tanmatras of these five elements. So, the first is the Prithvi. What is the Prithvi tanmatra? Gandha, the smell. So, don't get lost in different kinds of smell. Then from there come to the rasa tanmatra. Let us not get lost in a particular type of taste. Then we come from there to the Agni tanmatra. Let us not get lost in particular form, particular color, particular shape. Then from there we come to the air. Air has got the tanmatra, the sparsha, the touch. No special touch. And from there we come to up to the Bhrumadhya, the Akash tanmatra. Only Shabda, no specific sound. And beyond that, only the silence. On the basis of these principles, we tell you that give yourself a minimum choice. When I want a particular type of food, so the rasa tanmatra is further divided into different tastes, and we are enslaved in those individual tastes. Rupa tanmatra, color is a common word, but then we are lost in green, yellow, brown, white, etc. The more you become aware of this, similarly, Shabda tanmatra. I like only Karnataka music. Why? Because I don't understand anything else. How much we are obsessed with all this spatial status about everything. The spatial status has to be given. Therefore, तनु देशे शून्य देव क्षण मात्र विभावयत निर्विकल्पो निर्विकल्पा निर्विकल्प स्वरूप भाव सर्वम देहगतम द्रव्यम व्यद व्याप्तम मृगे क्षणे. Therefore, hey मृगे क्षणे, all the contents of the body are contained in the space. And where is the space? The space is in our mind. When the mind is enfolded, where are we? Where are the space? Is only the projection of the mind. And therefore, whole world is in the mind. And if the mind is at peace, everything is so beautiful. When the mind is disturbed, everything is horrible. Therefore, those people who are cranky, who are not able to live together with people, they are the most miserable ones because they are fed up of themselves. Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter. Yasman no dvijate loko, lokan no dvijate chayaha, harsha marsha bhayodvegaihi, muktaha yassachame priyaha. He who is not a problem for others, and he who doesn't take others as the problem, he is my devotee. We become problem for others because we are a problem to ourselves. If we are at peace with ourselves, we will be at peace with the whole world. And if we are miserable, we will never make any person happy. Because we are miserable. What happened to you? Be happy, be happy. Get married, be happy. See how we justify. Not only justify, but we are miserable. And it is for this purpose God has created the world. I'll tell you the secret, he told me. God is never miserable when we are miserable. How come? There is one girl, now she is a grown-up girl. She was small. I know her when she was born from, rather, even before her parents' marriage, I knew them. So she was born. And maybe 3 years or so, she used to call me my Swami. Nobody should touch my Swami. If some other baby comes next to me, she will go and push her. Don't touch my Swami. That kind. So one day I told her, I said, hey, you have got, both mom and dad, and I don't have anybody. Why don't you give me your father? Keep mom. So when I said like that, with a small little frog-sized hands, she covered her Himalayan-sized father. No, you don't take my mama. I said, all right, don't cry. Then I said, let me take mom. I don't have mom also. So I took her hand, her mother's, and we started walking. Little bit, as if going away. She started crying and rolling and shouting and throwing the things here and there. When this was happening, neither I was miserable, nor her mother was miserable, nor her father was miserable. They were happy. Exactly the same way, Bhagwan is looking down. See, friends, oh God, दुनिया बनाने वाले काहे को दुनिया में टाइम पास. See, the one who created this world, he is not miserable. Why you are miserable, the created? The creator is not miserable. Why the created should be miserable? The moment you change your vision, then you will understand this person. Sarvagatam deham dravyam vyad vyaptam mruge kshare. So everything is permeated by the space, and the space is in our mind, and the mind is playing the tricks. Therefore, ya bhavana sa stira bhavet. Bhavana is our own notions, and notions have no logic, no reason. There was one young boy, he went with the sticks or things to kill the Hindus. And that time his mother told him, stop. Why? When the earlier time there was the Hindu-Muslim riots, that time you were in the Hindu house. But I, being a Muslim, I saw you so sweet, I collected you. So the people came and killed everybody, thinking that you are my child, you are saved. You may be brought up in a Muslim house, but basically you are a Hindu. Now go and kill them. See? Exactly the same way. Basically, we are divine. But we are told, I am Kannadiga. And get whole life lost only in that. Discover your divine nature. And for this purpose, Dehantare tvag vibhagam vitti bhutam vichintayen na kinchid antare tasya dhyayan deyam abhag bhavet. Now, Dehantare tvag vibhagam vitti bhutam vichintayen. Imagine that your skin of the body is a wall, and behind this wall, that means inside the body, behind the skin, there is nothing. Do this bhavana. This bhavana we are doing about the head. Khali hai. See? In short, the whole idea is only this. Do not entertain anything which is finite. In Avadhuta Gita, this technique is referred as that Gaganopamoham, I am like the space. See? Dattatreya Bhagwan tells of his 24 gurus, the first guru he refers is the space. So what did you learn from the space? So we have to first remember, Guru is not who is instructing us. Guru is because of whom we are learning. If we refuse to learn, even Narayana cannot teach us. And if we are bent upon learning, even Narayana cannot stop us. See? One of the examples is from Mahabharata, where Ekalavya was rejected by Dronacharya, I shall not teach you. But then nobody could stop Ekalavya from learning. Because in the process of knowledge, the learner is important and not the one who is teaching. You can take the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink water. See, I got you all the way to the water. Oh, horse, please take water. No, I will make water. What will you do? And that is why the gurus become frustrated. Any guru who becomes frustrated, he is not a guru. See? On the contrary, he should be happy. Chalo, maintain your foolishness. My market is maintained. See, friends. Therefore, Dehantare tvag vibhagam vitti bhutam vichintayed na kinchit antare tasya. Behind the skin there is nothing, complete emptiness. See? But now, because of the Google and all that, you think, I think Swamiji, I'm getting my pain in my heart. Is your heart right? Oh, sorry, here. Too much of knowledge. There is one girl, I have named her Miss Know All. And anybody will talk to her on any topic in the world, he will start feeling inferiority complex. Because she is so well read. Any topic, you have to just open your mouth. And she is the mother of Google. You can imagine. Continuously. And 2, 3, 4 times she had some boyfriend and good thing, and but we'll remain only friends, okay? No marriage. So one day she asked me, Swamiji, why this is happening? Everybody likes me, but whenever I propose, I said, I'll tell you the truth. Why? If you ask me also, I will not, because I am afraid of you. Now imagine, if somebody is afraid of a girl, will he get married? Never. After marriage, he gets afraid, different issue. Because knowing so much and then excessive knowledge, where to use that, how far to use, that wisdom has to be. There is one Mahatma Ji, very, very nice, extremely well read, extremely. One day he was telling, in Rishikesh, I started my satsang at about 9 o'clock in the morning. And it went on and on and on till evening 7 o'clock. So other Mahatmas said, oh, very good. You can talk so much. But the question is, who is listening? Human mind cannot focus more than 60 minutes, 65 minutes, 70 minutes. Not beyond that. Therefore, we must know how much to give. You may know everything. And when this is not understood, we get lost. So, here is a simple technique. Dehantare, sab khol do. Nothing is there. Over. But then the questions start coming. In this Puran, it is said, Parikshit was beaten by the snake and he died. In other Puran, it is said he did not die. What is the truth? The truth is you die. The purpose has to be understood of the stories. Those who are not able to draw the moral of the story, they can never study scriptures purposefully and fructifying. Because they get lost, only useless things. See? One person, after some satsang, young boy, he said, what you are telling, is useless, no meaning to that. So one elderly man told him, Swamiji, don't bother about him. He said, okay, I am not bothering. Then he said, Bandar kya jane adrak ka swad. So that boy got angry. You are calling me Bandar? I said, no. He calling me Bandar. You are adrak. How can you talk to such people who do not have the ability to draw the message? When the stories are told that one frog and one fish, and the fish went to the well, and they were talking, and finally both of them came to the sea, and then the frog kept quiet. When this story is told, what is the purpose? Not knowing the purpose of this story, one elderly person asked me this question in the midst of the satsang, where I never entertained that. But he was a very old one, and dhoti and all that, and sitting with hardly anything, and eating pan. Swamiji, when I looked at him, I didn't feel like shutting up. Swamiji, how this fish has gone to the well. Now after he asked this question, he looked around. See my question. So I told, by Kingfisher Airlines. Now the purpose of the story is a frog living in a well who has never gone out of the well. He can never think or even imagine what a ocean is like. See? In the same manner, we are buried in me, my wife, my children, get out of it. Whole life is only within that. It's called technically Kupa Manduka Vritti. Kupa means a well, Manduka means a frog. So, living in that small, get out of it. Enough. See? And when we are not able to understand this, then we get argumentative. See? And arguments have no meaning. Swamiji, why God created this world? I said, excuse me, did God tell you I created it? How do you like it? No, God didn't tell you. Why are you telling? No, you people tell. I said, we also tell you are dumb. I agree. That is one of the reasons I don't entertain. All questions are dumb. That about which you have no question, that you are. And that is what is required. All other things are meaningless. Thereafter, Hrudyakashe Nilinakshaha Padma Samputa Madhyagaha Ananya Cheta Subhage Param Saubhagyam Apnuyad. Now this will many a times lead to sleep, but it should not be leading to sleep. When you are sitting, first I will tell you how to sleep, then how not to sleep. Many people have this problem, they can't sleep. So for them the technique is, don't do now. The technique is, come on your left side, lie down on the bed and do this bhavana that you have entered your heart. According to Upanishad, when we are awake, we are living in our right eye. When we are in dream, we are living in our throat. When we are in deep sleep, we are living in our heart. Then you come on the left side and lie down and start playing. That now I have entered my heart. Now let me play, sleep, sleep. So how do we sleep? In sleep we have deep breathing. Don't do now. So, standard. In no time you will go to sleep. Same technique, but don't go to sleep. Sit down straight away and then bring your mind in the heart. Now, not the bloody heart, it is the spiritual heart. And there, do this bhavana. That Padma Samputa Madhyagam Ananya Cheta. Now let your mind not move from there and be nailed as if without any other theme that is entertained. In this manner, when we practice it again and again, sit quiet and then bring the mind to the center of your being. It is from here, like a bubble gum, the eye comes out and the eye goes back. Eye comes out and the eye goes back. Because body identification happens only after the first throb of consciousness takes place then instantaneously the mind is created and the mind gets identified with the body. Thereafter, somebody is born. Therefore, there is no problem either in the body or in the mind or in anywhere. The problem is in identification. So, all the spiritual practice is attain freedom from identification with the body. Nobody has ever said, I am body. But all of us are living with this conviction that I am body. And therefore, whenever we talk, all questions are pertaining to body. What is your name? Where are you from? What is your height? How much is your weight? Why don't you reduce little bit? Everything pertaining to the body only. See, the reason is because I am body, so I can think only about body. See, friends, therefore, ananya cheta subhage param saubhagyam apnuyat. In this manner, the mind which is merged in the consciousness. Be attentive. The first throb of consciousness happens here in the sternum. What is the spiritual heart? So when the mind is placed back over here, it is as if the bubble is sucked back. Where it will go back? To the same spot. From here only the I begins, and here only the I comes back. Now see, in all these yoga practices, there is no struggle and there is no external yoga accessories required. See, like apple produces one object and that object will cost you $200. Accessories will cost you $500. The whole business of Apple is running on the accessories, not on the original products. In the same manner, whole yoga business is only on the accessories. See? If you take our mat, then you will have proper meditation. Okay. Then, if you have got these bricks, yoga bricks, for what? For making your grave. Here is resting in peace the great yogi who died of heart attack. You know, in India, there is one, you must be knowing, Ramdev Baba Patanjali Maharaj, very nice person. And his colleague is a great yoga acharya. And he is admitted in the hospital because of the heart problem. Whole life he has spent in yoga and Ayurveda. One Jet Airways pilot, very much known to me, he had some heart problem, so I went to see him in the hospital. Operation was done and all that, he was lying down. Swamiji, you know my life. I never smoke, I never drink, and I used to go for running every day at least 5 to 10 kilometers. I was vegetarian. Yet, why did I get the heart attack? I said, therefore, you got the heart attack. It has nothing to do. Everybody that is born, 3 things are predetermined. You cannot change them. First, jati, what will be the shape and size of your body, it is determined. Whether it will be human body, animal body, plant, is all determined. You cannot change it, jati. Then ayuhu. What is the longevity of that body? How long it will last? and bhogaha. And what are the experiences that body is meant for? You cannot change it. Then what can be done? You have to change. With reference to body, nothing can be changed. And once you take this principle, then you will not all the time thinking about, I want to reduce my weight. What will you do reducing the weight? Nicely belong to a happy, healthy family. All those who are bony, haddi, they are most miserable people. Useless. Have you seen any fat person miserable? You can imagine laughing Buddha. Give up that wrong notion, all bony, useless people. They are cranky only because they cannot digest anything. Therefore, next one, Sarvataha Swasharirasya Dvadashante Manolayar Duddehe Drudibutam Bhutam Tattvulaksham Pravartate. Then Sarvataha Sharirasya Dvadashante Manorayar. Be attentive, as I told you. Our body and Dvadashanta is this much distance, 12 fingers from our nose. Take that point. And exactly according to the shape of the body, draw a capsule. Within that capsule, we are in the magnetic circle of the consciousness. Like, if you take a magnet and if you take an iron piece, both are identical to look at. How do you find out which is the magnet, which will be attracting the iron files? It is a magnet. In the same manner, the consciousness is ready to manifest in this body, and therefore, from the area which is covered by the Wi-Fi is Dvadashangula. And when the air comes up to that level, that air is converted into the Pancha Pranas. So what is outside is air, and what enters, and after the entry, the same thing becomes Pancha Prana. And these Pancha Pranas are nothing but the physiological systems of the body. And if these Pancha Pranas are not given, rather if the Pancha Pranas are not functional, because the external source is stopped, then Pancha Pranas also disappear. So what we call inside as the 5 pranas is called outside as air, and where from the air becomes Pancha Pranas, Dvadashangula. This is what is mentioned here. Sarvataha sharirasya Dvadashante Manolayat. And when we thus take our mind up to this level, and thereafter we don't exist. It's only the space. In other words, the individual mind dissolves in the total mind. Like when the walls of this hall are pulled, the hall space will merge in the total space. Exactly the same way. The individual mind is because it is with reference to this body. Therefore, whatever is the shape and size of the body, according to that, this mind has taken the shape, it has become an individual mind. So in the deep sleep or samadhi, the individual mind gives up the identification with the particular body and it merges with the total mind. He who is able to live in tune with the total mind without any efforts, he is able to know what is going on in other individual minds because he is connected with all of them. Sri Krishna Narayana Sarvatah Swasharirasya Dvadashanti Manolayat Drudabuddhehe Drudibhutam Tatvalaksham Pravartate. And when Drudibhutam, when you are thus very firmly rooted in this practice, slowly and steadily in due time, Tatvalaksham Pravartate, you are able to be what you are and you give up what you think you are. So, real yoga is a journey from the virtual I to the actual I. Virtual I is a conditioned expression. It is useful, but it is not real. Therefore, when we add data to our laptop, it doesn't become heavy. When we delete, it doesn't become light because it is a virtual reality. Similarly, when I get married, my weight doesn't increase. When I get divorced, my weight doesn't decrease. Because what is marriage? Marriage, nothing is added and nothing is taken away. And yet we are miserable. Why? Because we take it seriously. Don't take it seriously. This is how the life is. That is what is called as Vyavaharik Jiva. When this knowledge becomes Drudibhutam, firm, then Tatvalaksham Pravartate, then we are able to attain merger in the Absolute. Yatha tatha yatra tatra dvadashante manakshipen pratikshanam kshina vrittehe vailakshanam diner bhavet. Yatha tatha yatra tatra dvadashante manakshipen. Dvadashanta, I told you, the whole body is divided with Dvadashanta, the 12 fingers. The ultimate Dvadashanta is this Sahasrara. So, yatra tatra yatha tatha. When we are sitting comfortably, but more than here, I prefer personally here in the heart. Because it is from here the eye begins. Many people who focus too much on the Bhrumadhya or here, they get headache. And then it's very difficult. There was one student who was doing too much of meditation, went to so many doctors. One day he came and asked, Swamiji, I am having such a headache, I tried everything, went to all doctors, everything. It is not going, what should I do? I said, my rules are very simple. No discussion, no argument. I agree, yes. And sit down here. Then I did champi molish of his head. Then I told him, from today onwards, you are not attending any class. You are not coming from meditation class. You go out, see movies. Go to some hotels, eat good food. Enjoy for 15 days and come back. He said, really? I said, yes, this is a spiritual practice. Now, who will not like such a spiritual practice? So he went and came back. I said, hey, how is your headache? Swamiji, I am really refreshed. What was happening? is, if you can imagine, suppose there is a cloth and there is a thread coming out. So this side the thread is cut, but inside the cloth the thread is not cut. And if you pull that thread, what will happen? That cloth will get accumulated. Exactly the same way, when there is no body disidentification, you are holding on to the body and keep on pulling your prana. As a result, the whole system gets crumbled inside and all abnormalities start coming out. And therefore, many of them, they are very sincere, but they are foolishly sincere. When you are practicing something, if you are not going the right way, throw it away. I tell you, friends, this we have to learn ourselves. Nobody can tell you. I tell you my experience. When we were told do 11 times Gayatri, no, I will do 1,000 times, 100 times. And find out your capacity, man. No, I can do. Then mind was very cooperative. One window, Gayatri. Other window, bathroom. Third window, washing clothes. Does study of Vedanta means washing clothes? They should provide here washing machines. What are you doing? Om Bhurvua Swaha Tasyaturvarenyam Bhargo Deva. And every day, idli, dosha, idli, there is nothing in this world or what? So, at a time, half a dozen windows opened. See? So, one window is Gayatri Mantra, other window is dosha, the third window is clothes, the fourth one window is getting up early in the morning, fifth window is hot water. See? And then we say, oh, I can't do. See, learn. Then that day I have learned one thing, that I must know my capacity. You don't have to do everything. Then I stopped that. No more Gayatri. I started doing only minimum. Do it only for, say, 5 times. And no hurry, not too many rules associated. We must have a disciplined life, but don't impose too many rules on yourself that you are fed up of your own rules. Little bit is enough. So, I started doing Gayatri Mantra only 5 times, and slowly and loudly. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tassaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Again, Om. When you are thus chanting the mantra, you see that your mind is not fed up of chanting. More than how many times you chant, what is important is how much time you are with the divine thought. But when we are chanting, it is only mechanical. You are wasting time. In this manner, here the teacher gives this simple technique. Yatha tada yatra tatra dvadashante kshipam manakshipet. So start with little thing. 5, 10 seconds, 50 seconds, 30 seconds, slowly. And then you will develop stamina. Otherwise, no. I want to directly lift 200 kilos of weight. You lift it and it falls on your body, you are in the hospital for 200 days. See, anything, do slow. You see the Ganges in Gomukh is so small. Then slowly it develops. But initially we don't understand. We want to do everything in one go. It cannot happen. Therefore, yatha tatha yatra tatra dvadashanti manakshiped. So we have to keep the mind very little bit free, sitting quiet, immediately come back to a thing, sit over there and waste time. For next 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I am not going to think about anything, nothing is important in this world. With that, you develop a faculty called as the faculty of seeing jokes and wit and humor in this world. God created this world for fun. If you have got that faculty, you can see 108 jokes in Bhagavad Gita. Yes, joke, yes. Tell one joke. One joke is Ashocha pradyavadasya bhashase. Wise people are those who are not miserable. And you are talking like a wise man. Means what? You are otherwise. Neyasa nitya sannyasi yona dveshtina kankshati. Neyasa nitya sannyasi. That means there are other brand also, anitya sannyasi. Very subtle points. And this vision when you develop, you can dig into the depth of every mantra, and that mantra brings out the hidden treasure over there. But if you are all the time tense, frustrated, nothing can be achieved in this manner. Practice it throughout your life and let the meditation die along with you. Otherwise, you will be again born to do meditation next time. वो बचा था कर लो. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.